Yeah, ¿qué dice Tijuana? ¿Ese quiere ir a dormir o qué tranza? Chicana en la casa, sister luz acá en la combination. Big up on respect to your bros. Bocina plastic sound en el área. Miss Lulu, hey. Yeah, man. Escucha bien.
My name is Lucero, aka Miss Lulu. I am raised and born in Tijuana, Mexico.
Hi, my name is DJ Poño. My actual name is Mario Perez. I'm here from the border, Tijuana, San Diego. I was raised in both parts of the border, but I consider myself more from Tijuana. I was living here, but always going to school in San Diego.
Emmanuel, last name Loaiza, from Tijuana, raised in San Diego.
La satisfacción de esta vida pasajera, pero sé que aprendí algo de él. No aferrarme a lo que no puede ser. Sé que en la misma nuestra relación, a veces distante, a veces tan veloz.
In music, for real, I have to say, the first thing I can remember is Cri Cri. I still have it in my collection. I used to listen it all the time with my dad. My dad was my first influence in music. I think since before I born. He's a musician. He plays in a trio, and I studied from there. I eat it from there all my life. He came to Tijuana to cross the border and selling his guitar because he was broke and the pollero left him without money. He discovered that he can live from music. So he was my first influence. He was a working man, so the few moments that I could be able to share with him, it was when he was trying to change the chords of his guitar or doing affinations Sundays or something. So he was my first influence in music, a big influence to today.
When I first heard reggae music, I was young. My older brother used to listen to Bob Marley in the 80s. I remember he bought a cassette of The Legend. So I was like 8 years old. So I heard reggae. I wasn't into it yet, but I heard it and I noticed a different music, you know, from the typical music we hear.
Can't you see?
As far as getting into music, as a kid, was really into rap, had some tapes, Beastie Boys, Too Short, I remember had, UTFO.
To enjoy music, I started like having consciousness of music and start choosing the music that I was going to listen. Like I was 11 or 12. I have an influence from my sister, my mom, my dad, my uncle that used to listen old school music and all this and stuff. So I think that's the first I remember my brother hearing the Beatles and stuff. And I started looking like, oh, you can buy a cassette. So I remember times when Selena died, I was sick in my house and they leave me there and they came back with 2 cassettes of Selena. So I think that was my first pair of tapes in my life.
When I started getting into it, I was like 19, 20. I was enjoying a lot of reggae music because of the influence of going to school in San Diego, a lot of roots. And yeah, I started just listening to reggae, not spinning vinyls yet, but later on.
The style that I like collecting and that I like playing is digital. From the old digital to the current digital that's going on right now.
I kind of try to play everything. Depends on the gig we do. If we play like for Ragamuffin, we try to do the digital roots or A little bit of dancehall and new roots.
Rewind Selector. Yeah, man. ¿Qué dice Tijuana?
I think I just feel the vibes. I just feel the music, and you have to know your music. If there's some formula, you have to know your music, because any kind of reggae that you are playing, or the DJ before you is playing, or after you is gonna play, you have to be able to mix inside.
I'm with the baddest DJ, Lulu, run the team right away. I'm ready to tell them, I'm ready to warn them. I'm ready to tell them, I'm ready to warn them. Bye-bye, I'm ready to, hey yo, mix me up, are you ready for this one? They run the streets, Lord. We pave the road. All right, if you're ready for the journey, sound the trumpets of Zion, Zion.
The community coming together and trying to make reggae scene in Tijuana bigger, that always trying to make me do it more and more. Going to San Diego shows all the time, going to see Don Carlos or the Bob Marley festivals that Baqueta used to do, like in the sports arena. Those are crucial festivals that I attend, and then that gave me like power to start doing the DJ, because I started like when I was like 23, 24.
When I came to live to Tijuana, I was 18, and my first concert was a birthday celebration with a lot of bands from San Diego and Jamaica and stuff. But it's getting better. It's getting better from the time I get to know it to now. I think it's starting to grow a little bit faster.
I belong from a crew from San Diego, First Power crew. Well, it consists of a lot of people, actually, that branched off from a graffiti crew, TVC. Producing was Disco Rick, rest in peace, Luke Henshaw, Mr. Henshaw, and Train, Zilla God. Learning from them, we all hung out at a garage. Everybody had their own little station. But the same setup, everybody had the sampler, mixer, and turntable. Everybody would make beats and just scratch.
My first gig, I think it was like 7 or 8 years ago. The sister of one of my best friends, Alex Gonzalez, who is a percussionist in reggae bands, but she makes clothes, fancy clothes, and she was presenting Red, Gold, and Green line that night, and I said to her, like, hey, you should play only dancehall, ladies dancehall in the pasarela, and she said, oh, you should play it. So I make a mix of strictly ladies dancehall, and I played that, and it was the Papas and Beer in Rosarito.
When I started in TU, it was hard. It was, I think, I don't remember, another Selector that played vinyl, only vinyl. Everybody was doing CDs and other stuff.
Back then, I would DJ hip hop, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's easier than reggae, because reggae, especially with bands, it's difficult to blend something in. The way I like to do it is stay on the same rhythms or same topics of songs.
Segundo viernes de cada mes es Bocina Blasting Sound de Tijuana Town.
Dancehall, new roots, and new digital steppers is getting so super big all around Mexico. I want to see all the people enjoy all kind of reggae. I want to see the roots lovers demanding just roots and not enjoy, disrespecting dancehall or digital or either way. that's my goal. That will be my dream, to just to be able to see that in Mexico, like people just enjoying any kind of reggae that you're playing.
Well, my goal is to make one vinyl pressing a year. We got 2 down. We don't have it just yet, but I just got the test prints for this year. The way I make them is try to use original 80s synthesizers or drum machine. On that first production, it's called Moving Along, singer Dignitary Stylish. The second one coming up is not my production, my music production. I'm just putting it together, organizing it. The rhythm is from Eskimo Attack. It's gonna be a dual 45 set, 3 singers and the rhythm. We got Daniel IMC on it from Tijuana. We got Irene Nanara from Spain and Lico Jota from Portugal.
DJ Poño.
Miss Lulu.
El DJ the TJ. Bocina blasting sound. Tijuana.
Mundo Reggae Radio Show, llega on México, suena así.
Especial dedicación para Mundo Reggae Radio Show, está libre de los controles en Tijuana, México.
We are in the Mundo Reggae Show room, in Miss Lulu's room. I'm here all the time, looking for new music and enjoying my music all the time. And this is what I do, the radio show, since 1 year to now, every Sunday. Well, Mundo Reggae Radio Show, it got his name by himself because it tries to play the reggae from all the world. So Mundo means world. And when my teacher asked me how do I wanted to name my radio show from the university, I was like, I don't know. And he asked me, what are you trying to show? And that was the answer, the reggae from the mundo, the reggae from the world. I think the radio show chose me because I wasn't there to do that. I was in school to be a writer. I was studying communications and somebody knocked the door to start the radio station in the school, just in the house, in the school between the classes. The promise was the best projects were gonna have the 10 minutes from the AM radio from the school. So only 5 of the projects made it, and I just realized right now I'm the only one that is still going on with the project.
Wipe out when I take my board. Wipe out when I come in aboard. Wipe out. Wipe out.
It was 5 minutes before, then 10 minutes, then half of the show doing and talking about reggae. So that's how I started doing radio shows, and then I started to do my practices on FM radio and keep it there. It just got me, and one step took me to another one, and I get to realize that there was nobody doing it. Nobody from Tijuana, nobody from Mexico doing the traditional radio show. In those times, 10 years before, there wasn't too many radio shows online like there are right now.
58 de Mundo Reggae Radio Show, mixlr.com/Mundo Reggae, mixlr.com/Mundo Reggae Show, un chingo de exclusives, un chingo de entrevistas, 58 sesiones, 116 horas para ti, para tus oídos.
So I want to show people's music, and that's how I get my name. I think like Miss, like trying to teach new people that is looking for new reggae. So that's what got me into Mundo Reggae Show. Well, I discovered reggae like when I was 11. One of the 2 hits on MTV in those times were Shaggy, and there was Sean Paul, When I'm Still in Love. And my dad used to tell me that is old music, and I started telling to my dad, no, that's a new song. And so I started looking for it, and I discovered to Alton Ellis. And I can say it's been hard for me because I've been like involved with technology, and from those days, I already had internet, so that's how I discovered Alton Ellis. He was a big influence to me, and he get me to look for more reggae and to realize that there was a general called reggae. There was not just the hits in the radio or on the TV and the commercials. Reggae is so versatile that you cannot ever end up looking for new stuff or old school. There's old-time reggae, all kind of styles of reggae, so you cannot stop digging.
This song will call Me Just a Call.
Me Just a Call in exclusive style with Liquid Jordi, No Te Despegues. Todavía tenemos casi una hora más de exclusives con Jack Bombi. When I started, it was just me on the microphone and there was somebody else doing the controls and doing stuff. And 1 year after, I get my own 2 hours on FM radio. So I started like my practices in professional radio station. It was the 88.7 FM. So I get to open the station and close it. So I was in the controls all the time with all kind of music, like interviews of any kind of stuff and music. And on those times, I started to be the locutor of a kids radio show that it's still going, and it's being there in that radio station from I don't know, before I born. That's how I learned how to organize like technology for do a radio show. What do you need to have the microphones, more than one microphone and stuff. And I was in the school when I started the radio show, so I have a teacher that I love. His name is Daniel. Daniel teach me how to do a clock for a radio show, so you can organize your minutes and the kind of music in blocks or stuff when you have interviews. So that's how I still organize my show. I imagine that clock because it's hard. You don't have so much time to just try and put different colors in the clock and stuff how it is. You can see it sometimes in the pictures and this when I do it, but it's just in my imagination. I just dig between the week new music or the music that I love to share, and I say I'm gonna play that on Sunday, and I start doing a playlist or something, or just music, and it's all live, so it just flows. Well, I try to innovate every week. I try to don't keep going on the same tunes every week, or if I have more than a week a tune is because I really love it, and it's because it is my tune of the week or my tune of the month or my tune of the year, if you hear it so many times, or just because I'm supporting that artist. There's so many artists that are part of the Mundo Reggae family. All the interviews that I have, I become friends of many of that artists, and they keep sending me music, so I have to share their new music because they're part of my show, so it is a mutual support.
Yeah, you know, this one you done reaching out to all the youths in Mexico and worldwide, you know, Latin America, Asia, Africa, you know what I mean? Can't stop the world youths, can't stop Georgia youths, you know what I mean? Millions have said that. You understand? Keep it up right here, you know what I mean? This one goes out to the world. I
mean, if they're sending me his music, it's because they value the work that I'm doing, and they know I value the work that they're doing. So I need to share it, and if somebody's sending to me, I play it. If I discover it and I like it, I play it. But I don't play anything that I don't like, that I don't vibe. I thank my dealer, I thank everyone. Sí, gracias a ti que estás escuchando Mundo Reggae Radio Show. I like to share any kind of music. I like I said every time in the radio show, it's all kind of styles and all kind of formats. So if I have a tape that I'm just feeling that day, if I have a CD or I have MP3 and vinyl connected all, because you don't know what you're going to feel. I just try to show to the people every kind of music, every kind of reggae, because I know there's reggae for my dad, I know there's reggae for my grandpa, I know there's reggae for my nieces, and I know there's reggae for me. I know there's reggae for the party, reggae for the house. Reggae is so versatile that allows me to be versatile on my radio show. I think that is. Those are the speakers that my dad bought me when I was 15, and the tape, it is too. They recorded. That was one of my first CDJs. I've been playing in all the formats since I started DJing, and it is important for me to share because there is music that it only comes in one format. So if you're only a vinyl DJ or if you're only a CD DJ or a controller DJ, you limit yourself. Like when I started, my first like 5 gigs were as strictly lady sets. I just wanted to play females because I wanted to hear it more, because all the time till today when I see a DJ playing, what I'm expecting for is a ladies anthem, a ladies upon the mic. I get to a limit when I wanted to share new music and different rhythms, so you have to be prepared to share, especially in the radio show, because I try to keep it traditional, like a radio talk style, and with interviews and information for the people, because it's not only to mix. You're not only there to mix if you're doing radio shows. If you do it in a radio show, you have to inform the people and let them know what's coming, what's going on in the radio scene, if you know it. And if you have that info, why not to share it? So I try to share it any kind of formats and styles. You can listen to Mundo Reggae Radio Show every Sunday live, Pacific time or Tijuana time. It is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. International reggae music beyond the commercial stuff. So you can listen to it live from mixlr.com/Mundo Reggae, and you can listen the all 116 hours from mixcloud.com/Mundo Reggae Show. I don't think I can explain the feeling that reggae gives me. It gives me so many feelings. Like I said, it's all kind of reggae, so it depends on the lyrics, it depends on the rhythms, but when you hear a song for the first time and it gets you piel de gallina, you know it's gonna be your hit for the rest of your life. That you just need to have that tune and play it 24 hours, or be able to play it whenever you want, 20 times, 100 times, or whatever. Reggae is my life.
That's it.
Perfect. Thank you.
That's it. Reggae is my life, my life.